So day 212 of Hey, what are you doing today? And a couple things came to my mind. See if I can piece all these ideas together in this video here. But I've been trying to concentrate more on awareness and being aware of things around me, things in the world, and I missed something today. It came back to me later, but through that awareness, I'm doing some different practices. I think they all have some roots in Zen and just being, meditations, things like that, trying to be mindful of different aspects of my body, objects around me, those kind of things. And it's just an exercise. And, just like with lifting weights or anything like that, I believe any of my mental faculties can be exercised as well. It's just a matter of finding the right way to exercise them. So by being aware and paying attention to small things, I think that makes me more aware in general. So it seems to be working. But I had this guy come to me today, a new guy that started working here, and he's a new janitor here. And one thing I want to make a quick comment on is that, in my mind, any type of work is honorable in some way, shape, or form, and it's just it's dependent on how a person does that work and what they think about that work, and if they do it with pride, and if they do it with with a sense of accomplishment, with a sense of doing things the correct way and correctly, and even menial tasks. And I don't want to make any light of being a janitor. I just want to demonstrate some respect for that position. But I also wanted to just kind of talk about that. That's something that I believe that we as people are starting to lose. At least I kind of sense it in my life. When you ask somebody what they do, probably 90% of the time they're not real proud to tell you what they're do. Some might be nonchalant about it. I'm a nurse, or this or that. But people aren't proud of what they do. I guess years ago, if you were a boiler maker, or if you were you worked on the line making cars, or whatever the case might be, there was a sense of pride that's kind of gone by the wayside. Now it's almost turned into a sense of shame. I'm a factory worker, whereas there's an element of craft. There's an element of things that's the respect is being lost, and it's just kind of an interesting concept. But anyway, just wanted to kind of throw that little concept out there, that menial tasks can be beautiful and honorable things if done in the right frame of mind. So there's no job that is demeaning. There's no if there's a job, do it right, do it well, and be proud of it. Is kind of the idea that I'm trying to shift my brain to accept, and I'm from that other side of kind of being ashamed of a job, the job I do, wanting something more, wanting some more clout, or a bigger title, or bigger responsibility, that kind of thing. But really, some guy making wooden signs that with hand engraving, or machine tool engraving, or something that's putting his heart and soul into it is probably much more honorable than some of the jobs that are out there in the corporate world. But then again, it's all a judgment thing, and I should avoid that. Everything is honorable if done in the right frame of mind, I guess, is what it comes down to. But this guy, back to the janitor, he just recently started working here, and I would safely assume he's in his late 50s, maybe early 60s. And just sits down, and we start talking back and forth, and I randomly asked him, what were you doing before this? And he tells me he was digging graves. Kind of an interesting, kind of an interesting concept. You don't run into too many grave diggers. I didn't go into it too much if it was done with tools or backhoes, or what the deal was. But it turns out he spent 19 years digging graves. 19 years burying people, or making the earth ready to bury people. And one day, out of the blue, so there's some legalities in this, but I assume he'd gotten older, and one day, out of the blue, a guy came and said, "Hey, we're not getting as much work done as we need to, and we're going to let you go." So after 19 years of digging those graves, it's just over. And now I didn't mean to laugh like that. It was just kind of a thought, just that quick that maybe it's something that he did care about and enjoy doing, and that kind of thing too. Or did he really spend 19 years kind of digging his own grave? Not wanting to look for something beyond that, just kind of complacent and comfortable, and perhaps in the very similar zombie state that I'm in now, where I come in and I do my work. I could do it with my eyes closed, and 90% of the time I probably had. I've kind of tried to change that a little bit here recently, but what percentage of people are out there are going to a job where they're just digging their grave? Where they've ultimately killed off every aspect of themselves, or every hope, dream, or desire, and just gotten into this zombie-esque complacency that that's all they that's all that matters. That's all, just get up, go make the donuts and come home, and whatever the case might be. Is there a passion to it? Is there I think that's what makes work valuable. It's not to me anyway, it's not money is big. I don't want to make light of that. The income is big, but really, when it comes down to it, how does it make me feel when I'm done with that work? And I think that that's something that I need to start reflecting on, to really try to find the direction that I want to take. Is it something that fulfills me on a different level, or is it just something that fulfills me by filling my pocket? And if it's just by filling my pocket, am I not just investing all my time into digging my grave, or digging digging a grave? But that was the thing too. I missed it. I'm sitting down. I'm having this conversation with him, and I just totally missed the metaphor in that. He got up and he left, and I started kind of just rethinking about the whole situation. 19 years. I was more on the ethics side of it. Of 19 years, you got too old to do it, and they let you go. That side of it. No, I asked him. It says nothing was really presented to him. Nothing was offered to him. It was just done. But anyway, I guess that's kind of it. Just being more aware, learning to have a little bit more pride in what I do for a living, or what I want to do for a living, and trying to find that route, and hopefully not invest in 19 years into digging a grave. That's day 212. Hey, what are you doing today? Thanks.